Hey guys, it's Chey. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you're not, hey boo. Today I'm gonna be featuring this We're Bringing the Smoke eyeshadow palette from P.Louise. I also have this blush palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Bare Cheeks face palette and it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I also have the P.Louise Off the Record water activated liners. That's just a little sneak peek of the items that I tried out today. If you want to see what other goodies that I used today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And let's go ahead and get into the video. Hey guys, so as you can tell, I have my brows on and they are snatched. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the eye look. I'm taking the P.Louise Babe We're Bringing the Smoke palette, and this is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. We are swatching it, so you get a cool tone brown. You also get a warmer tone brown, but it's still pretty deep. And of course, you get this beautiful silvery taupe shimmer. And then we have these shades, so you do get more of like a brownie purple shimmer. It's not as reflective, and you also get this grayish taupe color and also a light nude, and these are the colors to do this smoky look. I'm gonna prep the eyes using P.Louise base in RUMOUR 4, so I'm just applying that all over the lid and really just tapping out that base. You want to make sure it's nice and blended. This is the eye look that we are doing today, starting off with that taupey color. I'm using that as my transition, and I'm just focusing that all in the crease, and then to kind of map out this cut crease, I guess, I'm taking that warmer tone brown and I'm just kind of mapping out the shape and then slowly winging it out. I don't really do too many winged out looks, but I want it to be snatched, so I'm just taking my time mapping it out. And then once I'm satisfied with the shape of the eye, I'm gonna go ahead and take that cool tone brown and really just deepen that up. So I'm placing this into the crease, really following my natural crease, because once you start blending, it's going to blend above. And because my eyes are a little bit, you know, on the bigger side, I don't want it to be too wide. And then I'm just going to connect that to the lash line, and here I am starting to blend out those edges, and I'm taking all those 3 shades and just alternating to perfect the blend. And I'm taking the fluffy brush to really just diffuse the edges with that taupey shade. So now that I have the eyes how I want it, I'm taking this Cosmic paint from P.Louise. I'll have all the names of all the products listed in the description box. This is more of a grayish color, and I'm just using this to cut the crease. I really like how these Cosmic paints really just help elevate my eye look without me having to work super hard. So I'm just really taking my time blending it, and then I'm taking that taupey color to diffuse the edge, and then I'm taking this nude shade to set that Cosmic paint, and it just looks so flawless. I almost wanted to keep it matte, but I'm a shimmer girl, so I took that silvery shade and it was really pretty, but I kind of wanted to like warm it up a little bit. So this is more of a champagne, not so silvery, so I just popped that on top, and then we are going to go ahead and get into this P.Louise water activated liner that I got in my budget box. So I'm taking these 2 browns and I'm using my setting spray to activate it. You can use water, but you can also use setting spray. So I'm taking that warmer brown shade and I'm using that to line the eye, and then Once I have that done, I'm taking a darker shade on the outer corner. So it's kind of like an ombre liner moment. So here I am just taking that darker brown and really just snatching up this eye. And I'm really just taking my time because this formula was really easy to use, but I wanted to make sure we was looking snatched. So I'm taking these Naomi lashes from Lash 7, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up the eye just to make sure that the face is snatched. For primer, I'm taking this DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm Powder, and I am using this as my primer. I love that it also gives me coverage, so I don't have to use as much foundation, and it just really evens me out. So I'm going to take this liquid highlighter. It's called Sugar Daddy from P.Louise, and this was also in my budget box, and it's really pretty, and I'm just going to tap that all over the areas I want to highlight. So the top of the cheeks on both sides, the nose, and also my chin. And to blend it out, I was thinking about using a sponge, but I didn't want to pick up any of the product. So I'm just using my finger to blend it out, and it blended so nicely. There was no grabbing, no streaking or anything like that. So I popped on that lash from Lash 7, and now we're on to the base. Taking this Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Foundation. It does come with a pump. Now, I did pick up the shade 9W, and it does slightly oxidize, but that's okay because I'm in my summer shade, so I don't mind it being a little bit warmer. I'm going to spray the face using the LYS setting spray. It is more of a, like, between a satin and soft matte formula. It's very skin-like, but it lasts on the skin. So just using a setting spray just really helps it last longer on the skin. And it is blending out so beautifully, and I didn't even use the full pump. I used about half. So now I'm taking the NARS cream bronzer in Laguna 4, and this is a very like red toned bronzer. It's still very soft, but you can see the red that's in there, and it's really beautiful. So I'm just going to use that to bronze up the skin, and we cannot forget the chin and jawline to hide that double chin. Okay, so for concealer, I'm using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealer. I love this concealer. This is in the shade number 12, and I'm just using that to highlight and conceal my normal areas. So underneath the eyes, the chin, nose, upper lip, and then I actually like to go right underneath that bronzer to really just, you know, sharpen up that line. Then I'm going to take a lighter shade in the number 16 and do that inner corner pop because we love a bright under eye over here. And I'm just going to blend it out. I always like to start from the chin, do the upper lip, and then instead of going directly underneath the eye, I start on the edges. And I'm being very careful because I don't want to mess up my wing liner. So, and then once I have the edges blended, that's when I'll bring in that inner corner and really just focus it right there as close to the under eye as possible. And it is looking flawless and snatched. So for blush, I'm taking this Made by Mitchell Curve case, and I'm going in with this purpley shade, and it's called Mauve, and it's so pretty. I usually don't use like colors this color. Like, I'm really not like a purpley like blush type of girl, but for this look I didn't want to do anything too warm toned, so, and I didn't want to do pink, so I was like, all right, let's try this out. And it is definitely coming off a little bit more berry, but it was so pretty. And now it's time to set the under eyes. I'm taking the Made by Mitchell Eyelights in the colorway Daylight. And these under eye brighteners are not for the faint of heart. So if you don't like a super bright under eye, I would not recommend this product because it is very pigmented. But here it looks really good. So now I'm just setting the face using the Sephora Collection powder foundation in 44N and just setting my face before I do any of my other powders. So now I'm taking this Beauty Bay bronzer, and I think Beauty Bay took these off their site, but these were literally like under $5, and I wish I would have picked them up in all the shades. That way I can use it for my kit. But the formula on these is really nice, and it just blends so nicely. Like, look at how it's blending. And I'm also using that bronzer to snatch up the nose, and I'm just kind of running it a little bit into the crease, and I am feeling this look. So I'm taking the old formula of the Makeup Forever setting powder. I do have the new one, but I really like the old one, and this is in the shade Banana, and I'm just using that to bake. And I'm taking the Morphe double-sided powder puff to bake, and I just love how precise I can get with this triangular puff, just because it's a little bit more pointed than the other puffs, and it's more of a like fluffy like velvet texture. So it's definitely a more elevated powder puff than the Amazon ones. And I'm just using that to clean up underneath my bronzer just to help me look snatched. And it's so good. I love this powder, and the powder puff worked really well with this product. So now I'm taking this Made by Mitchell nude eyeliner and popping that into the waterline, and this really helps me look awake. It does kind of widen my eyes a little bit, but I didn't want to do black and make it like too sultry. I feel like when you add nude in the waterline, it really just like glams up the look and gives you that almost like baby doll effect. So I'm just smudging those crease colors I used on my lower lash line, starting with that mid-tone brown, and then I'm going to take that taupey color to just diffuse underneath the eye. I also did take a little bit of my bronzer and just like run it underneath the eye. So for blush, I'm taking this Blend Bunny blush palette, and I am actually using these purpley tones. So I started with the lightest shade, and I'm just applying that all over the cheeks because we're gonna kind of do a ombre blush moment, and also because I was scared of the purple. So here I am taking the darker purple shade, and I'm just focusing that towards the back of my temple, and then we're dusting off that bake, and the under eyes are looking super smooth and flawless, and there's no added product on it as of right now. But now we are going to add a little bit of brightness, so I am just tapping that, and just seeing how bright it is, it low-key scared me. It's literally giving white, but it diffused really nicely. So now I'm just extending the inner corner, doing like a cat eye effect with the water activated liner. And now we're on to lips. And these are not the Makeup Forever lip liners. These are from Kylie Cosmetics, but they look so similar. So I'm taking both of the shades. I'm starting with the lighter brown, and I'm just using that to align the lips. And this lip liner is super creamy. I love that it is a wooden pencil to keep it nice and sharp, and it's not as creamy as her original lip liner. This does last a little bit longer on the lips, and it doesn't go everywhere. And for lip color, I'm taking MAC Whirl. Who remembers this? But I felt like it went perfect with this look. I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter onto the nose. This is MAC Oh Darling. And this is such a beautiful blinding highlighter. This is their extra dimension skin finish, And I'm going to do some hair, and this is the look, guys. This is the final look. What do we think? I feel like I definitely slayed this look. I'm so in love, and yeah, that's the final look. Let me know what you guys think, and if you recreate it, tag me on Instagram or wherever you are. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.